Have you ever questioned how the seed of one of the longest-standing conflicts in human history was sown? The rivalry that persists today between Muslims and Jews is not a product of recent times. Instead, it's embedded in roots that stretch back over 6,000 years. The saga begins around 4000 BC in the ancient land of Canaan, which includes present-day Israel and Palestine. The Canaanites, a Semitic people, lived in city-states under the rule of Egypt. By around 1200 BC, another Semitic-speaking people, the Israelites, had emerged in Canaan. The initial foundation of this latent conflict was laid down by these two ancient communities. The Israelites and the Canaanites, although similar in many ways, had glaring differences, especially in their territorial claims and religious beliefs. The Israelites, who believed they were promised this land by a divine covenant, and the Canaanites, who had there for centuries, frequently clashed over territorial boundaries. These territorial disputes were further complicated by their dissimilar religious beliefs. The Canaanites were polytheistic, worshipping multiple deities, while the Israelites were transitioning into monotheism, the belief in one God. These disagreements over land and religious practices sparked the initial conflicts, setting the stage for the enduring rivalry that we see today. In 39 BC, Herod the Great ascended to power. His reign was marked by significant construction projects, which had a profound impact on Jerusalem's history. The timeline then leaps to 1099 AD, a time when Jerusalem became the epicenter of the Crusades, violent conflicts between Christians and Muslims. This period left a lasting legacy of animosity. The First World War had erupted by 1914, transforming Jerusalem into a battleground as the Ottoman Empire allied with Germany, and the British Empire aimed to exert influence in the region. In 1948, following the Second World War, tensions between Arab and Jewish communities in Palestine escalated, leading to the United Nations proposal for the creation of a Jewish state and a Palestinian Arab state we know today as Palestine. From then on, the rivalry has only intensified with the interference of Iran through its proxies, Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. Understanding the history between Israel and Palestine is key for understanding the complex present. Let's review. It began around 4,000 years ago with the Canaanites and Israelites in the land of Israel. The story unfolded with the emergence of the Israelites and King David, followed by the reign of King Herod. The Roman Empire, the Crusades, and the First World War all took place. Palestine did not appear in any written records until after 1948. 2,000 years after exile, the rightful owners have returned and re-established sovereignty in the land of Israel, fulfilling a biblical prophecy. No other people group has managed to survive two exiles, much less one that was 2,000 years long, and then return to re-establish national sovereignty. During the Holocaust, many Jews were desperate to leave Europe, but immigration to destinations like the United States and British-controlled mandatory Palestine was tightly restricted. Beginning in May 1948, tens of thousands of Holocaust survivors rebuilt their lives in the land of Israel. Ever since, territorial disputes have intensified regardless of the peaceful efforts by the State of Israel and the United States. The conflict is indeed perpetuated by an endless cycle of violence funded by the leadership of Iran. Iran's mission is not peace, but calls for the total destruction of the Jewish state at all costs necessary, regardless if it affects Palestinians or surrounding neighbors. This is the main reason for the total instability in the region. Please properly educate yourself by avoiding misinformation propaganda organized by online hate groups, but rather read verifiable historical texts available in your local public library.